welcome back to Todd Family Farm. So today we have a little bit of a miscellaneous video for you guys. Got some clips that I just took from different days and put those together in this video. So it's a little bit of slower paced, not quite as exciting, but I hope you guys enjoy it. So we're gonna start out with some footage that Mom and Dad got when they were picking wild raspberries. So they took a camera and got some footage of that. So I hope you guys enjoy that.
My wife is so sweet. Her idea of a date is coming and picking raspberries. But you can see our raspberries this year. I don't know if the camera picks that up or not, but these are black raspberries. So these are elderberries, which we also harvest. That's elderberry blossom. So we'll take this home here, and she likes to make tea out of elderberry blossom, and then those will turn into a purple berry, and she harvests a lot of those for elderberry syrup. So she's wondering what that humming is, and I don't know, I doubt you can pick that up either, but you see like those right there, those mature gnats flying around. There's millions of them up in the trees, millions, and there's just a high-pitched humming that you hear all the time. Those are gnats up in the trees, honey. We're on a date today. Honey, show them your haul. These are elderberry blossoms. She's already got a few of them, but there you go. What is that? Just, it's a real, all together, probably a rounded full, ice cream bucket full. What do you have in your hand? Echinacea. Yep, coneflower. So, we're done. That's what we're doing.
I hope you guys enjoyed that little clip. So the next little segment, Dad's going to be doing a little bit of monologuing, talking about the hydrant that we're having to fix, because we did have a hydrant that had a leak out here, and we were having to fix that, and then also answer a couple questions that we had gotten. But we actually got some rain. We ended up getting like 2 inches of rain, and if you've been following along, we have been super dry, and the crop has definitely been starting to suffer for it. So we really needed this rain, and we were so thankful for the rain that we got. So Dad's going to talk a little bit more about that, and then we're also going to be fixing a hydrant in that clip. So hope you guys enjoy that.
Well, I'm teaching, everybody needs to know how to turn the water off to their own house. And here, if we had a water break, I'm showing these girls, which they already kind of knew, but I made sure they know real carefully how to turn the water off. If you don't know how to turn the water off to your house, make sure you figure out where your water valve in your house is as it comes into your house, and you might even have an access out on the curb, and you need to know how to stop water flowing if you have a break. But this is the way we do ours. So there's a line that's been buried here forever, and then they tap into it, and that's the meter, and then it feeds everything. So our house, of course, has a valve, and then if we want to turn the entire place off, we turn it off here. So we've got a little water leak, but I was going to answer a couple questions too. So first off, we thank God for the rain. Our attitude always is that we're working for the Lord. It's his crop. If he wants to burn it up, he can. So we just ask that he takes care of us, or at least gives us the patience to endure. We don't have to be prosperous, you know. We should have the ability and the godliness and the character to endure going without. The Apostle Paul said, I can be content with all things, I can be content with no things. So we should have that attitude, that if God took it all away, we'd be just as happy as if he gives us more. But when he gives us more, we have the attitude that it's his, so there's really nothing that we can receive at this point. It's only he entrusting us with more stuff to take care of and manage, and in an attempt to bring him glory with, to be faithful with. So, but having said that, it sure is nice to see crops prosperous. I'm a farmer at heart. I want things to do well, and the crop's doing good. So even though I know deep down that God will always take care of us, that's one aspect. The other aspect is if this crop is destroyed, as long as we're not the only ones to have to endure the destruction. So let's say there is a drought and there's half the crop, it's going to be worth twice as much, and we'll have to do half the work to do it. So technically we'll come out ahead when the crop's terrible, because as long as the crop's terrible all over the United States or all over the Corn Belt, then we only have half the work to do, half the grain to handle, half the grain to haul, and then it's going to be worth twice as much. And so in that respect, we actually come out ahead. But everybody trying to eat and work, corn trickles down both to energy market and to food market consumables. So the consumers are really the ones that would suffer in that. The farmers, not as much as sometimes we let on, or sometimes some other people let on. But deep down, can you be happy that you're producing half of what you could? No, everybody they want to do the best they can. Of course, you want to be the guy to have 200 bushels while everybody else has 100 bushels, and then it goes up twice and you still have it, but it doesn't work that way. So we were setting up to have a pretty terrible crop, and we got 2 inches of rain, and it saved the crop. So God would have taken care of us, and he will continue to take care of us otherwise. But it sure is nice to come out and things are greening up. So here in the middle of July, we got 2 inches. Now that will make a crop for us. We were set up to where if we didn't have some rain, we were going to start hurting really bad. But that 2 inches, what happens is it starts its own water cycle in and on itself. So it releases its humidity, it settles back down. Releases humidity, and so this 2 inches is going to just stay here with us, get down below the corn, and it's just going to transpire. People perspire, crops transpire. We got the crop made, so we're thankful for that. So we're very thankful for that, but at the same time, we knew that God was going to take care of us with or without rain, with or without a crop, and we're doing it for his glory. So hallelujah, we got rain, but it would have been hallelujah. God takes care of us either way. So we got a hydrant that's got an issue here, and I want to teach the girls here how to bust apart a hydrant. We don't actually have the part here, but I'm going to kind of see what we're looking at. Part should be coming, so maybe Abby will show you that, maybe not. Another question. I'm already getting long-winded, and Abby's giving me the stink eye. Nah, she's not. But they asked, why are we having our corn hauled instead of hauling it ourselves? First, I'm the only one that's going to be hauling it. Then that takes me away from the farm here for 5 hours a day. And there's other stuff that needs to be managed here, and it's good for me to kind of be around and have things ready and more efficient that way. Secondly, to haul to Cedar Rapids, which is an hour away, you want pretty good equipment. You want a pretty good truck, you want a pretty good trailer, you want to have a big trailer where you can haul as much as you can, and all that takes money, and it's an investment. Now we could make that investment. We have our semi, it's nice for local hauling. We haul to elevators, but I don't go on 4-ways, I don't go where traffic is. It's just a pretty simple run. It gets it done, but I want something reliable if I'm going to go on a 4-lane. I want something reliable and up to date, inspected, perfect working condition, great tires, all the insurance I can get, late model, and everything going well if I'm going to haul from here over into a big city. And we could do that, but to only haul what we have, it's hard to justify owning a semi, having all that insurance, registration, and everything for just our crop. So it just works out better to let somebody else who already has a semi, who has all that there, has a person, a driver, and give them that business. It keeps them going, and it gets our crop there without us having to have that overhead. So a semi is more overhead and risk than we're willing to undertake at this time. So that's why we're having it. That's about the only thing that we let somebody else do for us. We do all our own spraying and all that. Sometimes it justifies to let somebody else put some anhydrous on, but we let somebody else truck it. And quite frankly, with all the idiot drivers out there, I don't like trucking because there's some real morons on the road and they act like idiots. So I'm glad not to have to put my hands at the risk of some person who's on their phone or decided to sleep 10 minutes late and then go 10 miles per hour over the speed limit and cut you off trying to get to work on time. So everybody should have to be in a truck. I tell you, you don't understand what it's like driving a truck or being in a truck. Now, I think part of driver's ed, every single person ought to get up in a big rig and see what it's like in there, because we can't stop on a dime. You can't see as well. You can't turn as sharp. You can't slow down and speed up. And I wish everybody knew what it was like in there, and maybe they'd show a little more consideration. I mean, turn signals, anticipating your turn, and letting a trucker know that you're going to turn, that they don't have to come to a complete stop and gear all the way down for you to get up there and then decide to turn right and show some consideration. So that's it.
We did get the hydrant fixed. It was the plunger at the bottom was not sealing correctly, but we did get that fixed, so hydrant is good to go now. And the next footage is going to be some garden footage, so hope you guys enjoy that. Hello everybody. So if I don't seem overly enthusiastic about life in this given moment, it's because somehow I got roped into picking green beans this morning. I honestly don't really like picking anything because it's just not my thing. But I've been able to escape most of it, but I finally got roped into picking green beans. So that's what I'm doing. Jocelyn and Caroline have done the majority of garden work this year. So huge shout out to them for doing the garden work so that I can not do the garden work. So, yes. I gotta get busy now, so I'm not completely worthless down here. Also, it is very, very muddy, so I'm going barefoot.
We just got a heavy rain.
Yeah, we just got like 2, maybe 2.5 inches of rain in the past few days, which has been so nice because we were super dry. Alright, let me walk you guys through the extremely scientific method of picking green beans. Yeah, that's just reaching here. And dun dun! Yeah, it's.
We could invite our subscribers. This would be a great meet and greet.
Yes.
We invite you to come out here Monday.
Buy tickets.
To come pick green beans with us Monday.
Just don't be surprised if we leave about 2 minutes after we get you started picking green beans. This is what we got so far. Me, and I'm just keeping on going. So. Only picking the biggest ones, and then they'll need picked again about the beginning of next week. And it's Friday today, so they need picked quite often. And Mom's already got a lot canned. And then we've been selling these, so. Alright, here is the final haul of beans for the day. We got all those over there. A couple more buckets on the ground over there, and then those up on the deck drying out. So got quite a few. Alright everybody, I think that is going to be it for this video. So we got a lot of green beans. That was just one picking, and we have had a lot of pickings this year. Like I said, I have not done much of it. Jocelyn and Caroline did most of the garden work this year. So Mama canned a lot of green beans. I think she ended up canning like 112 quarts of green beans. So we preserved a lot of green beans this year, and we sold a lot and ate some fresh. So we had a very good crop of green beans this year, and they are about finished now. But we got a lot while they were doing good. So that is going to be it for this video. Like I said, a little bit of a slower video, not quite as exciting, but I hope you guys still enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.